city blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time. It has been 3 weeks. I just looked it up. And I have filmed like 100 videos and I just have not uploaded them. But this Christmas season was just kind of hard for me, so Vlogmas wasn't in the cards, but we tried and that's fine. It's a new freaking year, which is why we're here today to talk about the new year and our goals and reflect on 2019. So first things first, we are going to reflect on 2019. I'm sorry about the lighting, it keeps going bright and then dark, so let's just ignore that. So last year I wrote down my New Year's resolutions. We're gonna go over them and see how well I did. Spoiler alert, it's not good. All right, so the first one was to become a vegetarian slash vegan. So I would say I did a really good job at this. However, I'm not fully vegetarian. I do still eat meat sometimes, but I definitely don't eat meat that much. I definitely don't ever cook it in my house. When I go out, sometimes if I can't find any vegetarian options that sound really good to me, then I just go with a meat. But I would say I did very good, but I'm not fully vegetarian. Number 2 was to save money. I had a certain amount that I wanted to save and I did not even come close to that amount. So that was a big old fail. Third was more of like a goal, and it was to move into a new house, and we did that, which is so happy. 4, I wanted to develop a business plan because I've always wanted to start my own business. However, I did not do this. Yeah, I didn't even think about it, honestly, so I failed at that. My other one was to use my free time more creatively. Painting, reading, journaling. I did a really good job at this year. I could do better, but I definitely started journaling more. I was reading a lot more than I have in a long time. And this Christmas, I definitely was being more creative and painting and all of that. So that was good. Next one was to get back in the gym. Did not do that. We're gonna try again this year. So number 8 was to read at least 12 books. So 1 a month. I did that. I was very proud of myself for doing that. However, I got to the 12th month, December, and I thought I had 2 more books to go. I had 4 books. So I read 4 books in December. It was a struggle, but I accomplished it. Number 9 was to look into remote jobs. That was a really random one. When I'm looking back on these, I'm like, these are some really random goals. Didn't look into remote jobs at all. Next one was get back into scrapbooking. I wouldn't say I necessarily like was doing a bunch of scrapbooks, but I did towards the end of the year. Oh, really? Really, Moose? Spent a lot of time making a scrapbook for Brian. So I honestly didn't even remember that was one of my goals, so did that. The next one was to travel to at least 3 new places, which I did. So we went to Pittsburgh, Virginia Beach, and South Carolina, so that is fun. Okay, number 12 was to host a dinner at my house. I did not do that. Maybe 2020 is the year of hosting, who knows? So next one was work on being kinder and more gentle. I definitely think that was something I improved on a lot this year. It's hard to kind of evaluate that yourself, I feel like, but Brian said he definitely thought I did. And then the last one was to gain my confidence back, and that was the biggest fail of all. If anything, I think I am more insecure than ever, but hey, it's all right. My word for the year of 2019 was try. And I wrote this quote, "You only fail when you stop trying." I feel like 2019, it wasn't the best at that. I think I did in certain situations. I kept trying, but in a lot of ways, when I fell, I stayed down. So overall, 2019 was like a weirdly hard year for me, but 2020, I think is gonna be a really good year. I become a wife this year. What? I'm so excited. I just feel like there's a lot of good things that are going to come up this year. On to 2020. My word of the year this year is brave. I don't want to be brave on my own, like find my own strength. Like I know that I have to rely on God and find it in me to be brave through Him. I'm only gonna get that strength to be brave through God. So I really want to rely on Him throughout this year, through all the hardships and through all the good things. Praise Him. I've just let my insecurities get the best of me for far too long, and you know, they've controlled me, and I want to conquer that and really just be brave enough to show up for myself, to show up for other people, you know, when I fall down, to get back up, and through all of the situations that I go through, like to be brave. So then these are all my goals for 2020. So as you can see, there's kind of a lot there, but I do it by different categories and just things I want to improve on. And if I accomplish those, great. If not, just keep working on them throughout my life, honestly. So I'm gonna go through all of these with you. So the first category is spirituality. So the first thing I want to do, including Brian, is to attend church regularly. I always feel better when I go to church. I just think it's something that's really important to go to church, get involved in your church, and that's just something I really want to strive for this year. Number 2 is to pray more, through the good, through the bad. I feel like I only pray when things are really bad, and when things are good, I'm like, I don't need to pray because everything's good. So I want to pray no matter what the situation is. An airplane. So the third is to attend a church group / class. Me and Brian did this in 2019, and I really want to find another group to go to. I just think that'd be a really good way of meeting new people and obviously growing my relationship with God. The fourth one is to complete my Grace Co Bible studies. I have 4 of them. I'm like 3/4 of the way through one, so I have 3 that I need to finish this year. I just want to constantly be trying to learn about the Bible. And number 6 is to memorize scripture. Brian got these little cards that his parents had that have like a Bible verse on them. I really want to practice memorizing those. And that's all for my spirituality. It's kind of a lot. That's one that has the most, but I really want to improve in that area. The next category is finances. Number 1 is just a goal is to combine my accounts with Bri. As a married couple, you become one, so that's just one goal. Number 2 is a big one, is to pay off all my debt. I actually started practicing this in 2019 when I got engaged. I knew I wanted to be to pay off my debt by the time I got married. So I adjusted my payments for everything so that I was paying more in order to be paid off by the time I'm married. But we changed our wedding date, so I'm not going to be paid off by the time we're married, but I'm going to be paid off a couple months after that. So I am on the right track. I've been preparing for that for a long time. I'm so excited that 2020 is the year I'm going to be free of debt. I'm so excited. Third one is just to make a budget with Brian. I think it's important for you to do it even as a couple, engaged couple, whatever, but I think it's very important as a married couple because one of the leading causes of divorce is finance. So I just want to put us in a situation where we are financially stable and on the same track. So that's a goal. So the next category is health and fitness. So number 1 is to find healthier recipes / foods that I love. I'm so picky. The reason I eat out so much is because I can't find anything at home that I just love. Like I can only eat half of my plate because it's just not that good to me. Like it's good, but it's not like I'm happy eating it. But I really want to focus on finding foods that are good for me and good to eat. So That's a big goal I have. Number 2 is I really want to find the form of exercise that I love and do it, because I think right now I haven't found something that I genuinely enjoy doing. I know exercising isn't always going to be enjoyable, but I want to find that routine and do it. Simple as that. 3 is to drink more water. This is always a goal of mine. And then 4, this is get outside more. So this isn't necessarily to do with fitness and health, I guess, sort of. So next category is growth and learning. So the first one, I don't know if growth and learning is the right title for these ones, but yeah, it's definitely not. But these are just some random ones. So the first one is to read 18 books. So I upped it, 18 books. I think I can do it. I've started reading The Alchemist. Brian has recommended it to me. Next one is to stick to a skincare routine. With the wedding coming up, I want to find something that really works for me, and I just really want to take care of my skin now, so in the future it's not as bad. Third one is to take better care of myself in terms, this is gonna sound gross to people, but like showering and shaving and just personal care, because when you're like depressed or sad or just whatever, it's hard to take care of yourself. Like even just get out of bed or just get in the shower or whatever. I want to be better about that. I think that'll improve my mood a lot. So it's probably a weird one that you have to write down a goal of yours, is to take better care of yourself, but it's just me, okay? So the next one is personal / random. So the first one is to start gardening. I have a beautiful yard. There's a perfect area for gardening. I just really don't know how to do it. I know nothing with yard care at all. I have plants inside, but when it comes to plants outside, I literally don't know how. Like I know you dig a hole, but I don't know. Like I have my plants inside, okay? But if you asked me to take it outside and like plant it outside, I'd be like, But I really would love to garden, so we'll see how that goes. The next one is to stop being lazy. So what I mean by this is a lot of times I will come home and then I will just keep asking Brian to go do things for me. And it's not fair at all. Like he doesn't do that to me at all. And it's not that hard. I will ask him to go get me a charger or go get me like a cup of water. It's like I can walk those extra steps to go get it. So I really want to work on that because it's something that irritates me. Like I do it, ask him for things, and then I'm annoyed at myself. So I really want to work on that because I don't want to be that person. Third is to be less clingy. So since it's been a hard year, I feel like I've been extra clingy, and since I don't necessarily have like a friend group to run to, I just kind of cling on to Brian, and I just love spending all my time with him. I literally could spend 24 hours a day, every day with him because I love the kid. But I don't think that's fair for him. I know he needs his own time. So I get my own time, but it's like between work and school, he doesn't get his own time if he's just coming home and I'm wanting to hang out with him. So trying to be less clingy this year. Number 4 is to be slow to anger. I've been working on this for several years. It's getting better each year, but I think I can definitely improve on that. The next one is going to be confusing, but I just read a book and it said something like this. This isn't the correct termage, but what would you say to people? How would you talk to the people in your everyday life if you were talking to them as if they were Jesus? Like if that person was Jesus, how would you talk to them? And I was like, whoa, I would say things a lot differently. I would treat people a lot different and talk a lot different. So I wrote down, talk to people like they are Jesus. When I'm interacting with people, I don't want to talk to them in negative ways or like harsh ways, just a lot kinder and more careful with my words, if that makes sense. Number 6 is to stop cussing as much. Holy heckin' Bob, I have a potty mouth, and sometimes I think it's whatever, you know, it happens, but I have a stinking potty mouth and that's gotta go. Okay, so for career, I want to just find and do what I'm passionate about. I think it's been a confusing time because I have so many things that I'm interested in, but I'm just not sure what direction to go in. So I really want to like focus on finding what I'm passionate about and doing the things that I am passionate about. Second one is to turn my art into revenue, whether that be through like an Etsy shop or just selling like on Facebook or whatever. I love to create things, and I think that I can turn that into revenue, making some sort of money, whether it's like a little bit of money or a lot, whatever. I think that that is something that I could accomplish. And 3 is just to continue to use my creativity, again, journaling, painting, etc, etc, etc. Those are all my goals. I know that's a lot of goals, and you're probably like, holy crap, that's a lot. But there's different areas that I know I need to improve in a lot more, and I just really want to push myself. So I like to do it that way. It doesn't seem like as much if I know they're broken down into categories. So yeah, then I just wrote like a letter to myself to read next year, and then the best memories of 2019, and I keep them in this little book, and I am so excited for this year. I have a lot of growth to do, and I feel like I just have a good feeling about this year. So I know that was a lot, but we're back, baby. Back with videos. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to be subscribed. Again, tell your friends to subscribe. I think we're close to 200. Leave a comment down below and tell me one of your goals for this year or New Year's resolutions. I would love to hear them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.